Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host and Around the Horn, Ray Flowers. AL Leaguers this year had three top options at second base. There was Robinson Cano, who's put up an MVP season for the Yankees. There's Ian Kinsler, coming off a 30-30 campaign, who's been struggled down with injuries both to his groin and his ankle, really limited him. And then Dustin Pedroia, the third guy, the triumvirate there. He had a foot injury, kept him out a long time. He came back, had a reoccurrence of some issues there, and the news is not good at all with Dustin Pedroia. We don't know at this point if he's going to require surgery or just time off in order for that foot to heal, but it's becoming more and more likely that we've seen the last of him for the 2010 season. Red Sox are going to give him about a week to kind of see where they're at before they make any determination, but again, it seems really likely like Dustin Pedroia has played his last game for the Red Sox in 2010. Ricky Nolasco, thought potentially to have pitched his last game for the Marlins this season, is going to give it a go. He's got torn meniscus in his right knee. He threw some on the side and said, hey, look, I'm okay. Marlins are going to let him go on Saturday. Now, what do you expect from Nolasco? It's a very good question. It's an open question. He is 14-8 on the year. He's pitched very well of late. He could potentially have been dropped in your mixed league by an owner who just got a little impatient when he heard that he hurt his knee. If he's out there on waivers, pick him up. Don't have any idea if he's going to be able to make 6 or 7 starts the rest of the way, but for now, he's worth the risk, even in shallow mixed leagues. Jordan Zimmerman, another pitcher who's returning to the hill from Tommy John surgery. He's about ready to make his first appearance with the big league club. He's not really someone to pay attention to in mixed leagues, however. Nationals have basically said we're going to look to limit his work, probably hold him to 5 innings per outing. Still, he could be of value in NL-only leagues. He may or may not pitch deep enough to pick up victories, but he could produce solid ratios, produce a lot of strikeouts as well. NL-only leaguers pay attention on Jordan Zimmerman, add him if he's still out there. The case of his young cohort there in the starting rotation with the Nationals, Stephen Strasburg, is still to be determined. More tests are being run. We should have a definitive diagnosis on what's going to happen here in the next day or two. All kinds of rumors out there, anything from surgery to this just being a minor setback. No matter what happens, and at this point we believe there won't be surgery. No matter what happens, I find it very hard to believe that he'll throw another pitch this season for the Nationals. So just like Pedroia, consider him a very risky bet to play another inning in 2010. Manny Ramirez, he's going to play another inning, and he's trying to play some innings that count. The Dodgers have placed him on waivers. The Rangers, the Rays, and the White Sox appear to be the 3 teams in the greatest need of adding Manny Ramirez. Rays a little bit further back, so they may not be willing to take on the $4 million he's owed. The Rangers is a bit odd. I don't know if this is just a cover because they're not sure Nelson Cruz and his 3-time injured hammy will be healthy, or if they just want that depth in case. Don't know if he's really a fit there with the Rangers, though. Who couldn't take a guy with Manny's track record and history? The White Sox are obviously a good fit. They tried to get out and done at the trade deadline, weren't able to work that out. Manny would be a good fit there. We'll have to wait and see, but Manny Ramirez probably won't end the season wearing a Dodgers uniform. Brad Hawpe, he won't end the season wearing a Rockies uniform because he's already been released. He's now a free agent, free to sign with whoever he wants. The Red Sox, the Rays, and the Rangers are all being interested here, according to reports. He's from Texas. That might give the edge to them. The Red Sox continue to fall out of the race because of all the injuries. I don't know if they take a gamble on Hawpe at this point. Hawpe is worth picking up if you're in an AL league as soon as he signs, because even if he gets part-time playing time, and even though he's had a bad season thus far, there is a chance he could provide something over the final month of the season. Jason Bay, he's probably not going to provide anything over the final month of the season for the Mets. He's been out with a concussion now for a while. He continues to really basically have plateaued. There's no improvement. He continues to have concussion-related symptoms. It's getting very close to the point where it doesn't make any sense to have him come back out. Even if he were to go, say he feels better tomorrow, take a week to kind of ramp up his physical activity, take a couple of days in the minors, we're looking at maybe 15 to 20 games for the Mets this season. Is that worth risking Jason Bay? Probably not. Another player who had high hopes coming into the season, who we've probably seen the last of for this year. And then finally Jonathan Broxton, who's demoted from the closer's role. Hong-Chih was put in that role. Apparently, Joe Torre got a little bit, let's say, jaded with the fact that he had Mariano Rivera for so long. Basically didn't understand that at times closers do struggle a bit. Broxton's still striking out over 11 guys per 9 innings. His whip is still in the 1-2s. His batting average on balls in play this year is way high. It's up in the 360s, about 40 points above where it normally is. Some regression there, a little bit better luck, and Broxton should be back to being the ace that he's been out of the bullpen for the past couple of seasons for the Dodgers. Look for him to re-inherit that 9th inning role before it's all said and done. And for Quo, who has issues pitching multiple days in a row because of all the arm concerns he's had through the years, to move back into that setup role. That's the best setup for the Dodgers. So keep your fingers crossed if you're a Broxton owner that he'll be back in that role really soon. I'm Ray Flowers, baseballguys.com. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to visit me at Twitter at twitter.com/baseballguys. You can access it right to the right.